Today on Refined, a shocking surprise.
That was really elaborate! Holy crap!
A theater interview takes an unexpected turn for a Seattle woman, and she didn't see it coming. Plus, a lasagna too scary to eat.
And I woke up no fewer than 3 times, knowing that it was in my house, and thinking, oh my God, it is down there. It's down there. It's down there.
A local pasta maker unleashes her creepy and creative side just in time for Halloween. Then, a hidden gem inside a Seattle convenience store.
Well, yeah, when you walk in right away, you're maybe not quite sure what to think. But as soon as you bite into the sandwich, you're like, this is where I should be.
Why people are flocking to this restaurant that's serving up a lot more than good grub. Seattle Refined starts now. Hey everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. You know, nothing makes me happier on this show than pulling off a good surprise. That's why I'm smiling right now, because we just pulled off a huge moment for a young Seattle woman who didn't see it coming. Refined called on Brian Calvert from Como News Radio to help pull it off.
We peddle so many facts each and every day here at Como News. Every now and then it's fun to do something a little different that involves a teeny tiny white lie. We had a big surprise for Olivia of Choa, who works at ACT, or a contemporary theater.
I'm the Young Playwrights Program Administrator here.
Now, her bosses knew the real reasons we were visiting, but just to ensure Olivia would be completely surprised, we came up with the storyline that I was going to interview Olivia about her program.
The aim is really to have kids both learn plays and to learn how to write plays and to feel heard by their peers and their classroom teachers.
It does sound like a cool program, and I promised that I'd return to ACT so we could actually tell you that story one of these days. But first, we had a mission.
I think a lot of people would be curious to know a little bit about what you do outside the theater, like have favorite music, favorite TV shows.
Well, lately I've rediscovered Friends, and so I've been rewatching Friends.
I press on that favorite TV show question, and she finally caves.
Riverdale, actually.
What's your guilty pleasure on TV?
Oh, well, actually, now that I've decided, Riverdale. Yes, love that dark Archie reimagining.
Yet that still wasn't what I was hunting for, so it's time to come clean.
Well, Olivia, this is the point when I tell you I'm not really here to talk to you about the theater.
Okay.
You've been selected as a contestant on Jeopardy.
Oh my God. That was really elaborate. Holy crap.
So if I asked you again what your favorite TV
Okay.
you would answer.
I love watching Jeopardy.
This is Jeopardy!
Olivia tried out for Jeopardy in Seattle earlier this year.
I felt like I did okay, but when they told us the numbers game, it was something like tens of thousands of people take the test, maybe 3,000 people get called back to audition, and then only about 400 people make it on the show. So I was like, well, I mean, I got to audition, and that's super fun. So, wow. Yeah.
You're going to be on Jeopardy.
I'm so excited for her. I had no idea she had auditioned, and I'm super thrilled for her. I think she's going to have a great time. I think she's going to be amazing. I hope she takes it all, but I hope she comes back to work too.
I am very surprised, and also just I'm really excited too. I did not think this was going to happen. I am incredibly nervous, but I feel like there's no real way to prepare for Jeopardy. I'll just do my best and see what happens.
Congratulations, Olivia, and thanks for being such a good sport. Good luck in Alex's house.
So again, your favorite TV show?
My absolute favorite TV show is Jeopardy.
Jeopardy airs weeknights at 7:30 right here on Como. We will let you know when Olivia's episode airs. Right before Jeopardy on Como is another iconic game show, Wheel of Fortune. And check out what we recently found in the Wheel of Fortune vault.
Hi, I'm Danielle Bowman from the University of San Francisco.
People from Portland probably recognize this woman. It's Danielle Outlaw, the city's newest police chief. Years before joining the force, she won $40,000 on Wheel of Fortune during college week. Not too shabby. From a game show to a dinner theater show, Seattle's longest-running cabaret is back tonight after an 8-month hiatus. Teatro Zinzani has set up their tent at Redmond's Merrymore Park after being forced out of their longtime Queen Anne location. The new show is called Love, Chaos, and Dinner. It'll run at Marymar for at least 6 months. Now to a cabaret that's a little funny and frightening. A Halloween comedy called Beware the Terror of Gaylord Manor is now playing at Act Theater. We don't want to give anything away, but the show involves werewolves, vampires, and drag queens. The show does have an age limit. You must be 13 years or older to attend. This Halloween is a bit scarier thanks to one creepy clown. People can't get enough of the latest adaptation of Stephen King's It. The reboot has become the highest-grossing domestic horror movie ever, beating The Exorcist. It's seriously freaky. But Refined recently found out that when you turn Pennywise into pasta, it's not that scary.
You know, there's just always crazy new stuff on the horizon.
Linda Miller Nicholson is putting Seattle on the pasta map with her creative and colorful creations. Refined first met Linda last year, right when her Instagram page, Salty Seattle, started taking off.
A lot has happened in my world. I went from kind of a very small, very niche little making pasta out of lots of different colors and different kinds of vegetables to writing a book, doing a lot of cool local and national TV, and really kind of bringing things up to the next level.
She even grabbed the attention of mega pop star Katy Perry.
You gotta understand that your life is super surreal when you get an email from Katy Perry's people. And they're like, hey, can you sign this NDA? And we need you to do something. And that something turns out to be recreating her singles cover out of pasta.
As you can see, Linda can make just about anything with pasta. That's why we knew she would bring it for Halloween.
I love making crazy colors of pasta year-round, over 25 different colors using vegetables, herbs, and superfoods. But I really especially love it when Halloween rolls around because I feel like, you know, as a creative, it's just off the chain, the possibilities. There's endless, endless possibilities. So this is kind of Halloween in a nutshell. We have our pretty little caramelle, our candies. We've got our wizard's hats and our surprises, our little tricks. But if you want to do something more sinister, I've got an idea. Recently, I was asked to make something that is just so horrifying to me, so frightening, that I can't even have it in my space.
Linda is talking about the terrifying and bone-chilling Pennywise the Clown from the latest Stephen King reboot, It.
The eyes, the drips down the face as I was creating him, I had to walk away a couple times. Like, okay, all right, I need to go look at a kitten. Does somebody have a kitten? The black pasta that is most of the lines that you see here is made with activated charcoal, which is a really hot ingredient right now. And then the red pasta that you see is actually a mixture of beets and dragon fruit to kind of get that really particular shade of bloodiness. All right, Pennywise, let's annihilate you. I'm just gonna boil you in some salty, salty water. And in goes Pennywise. And then look, he mixes with those red juices in there. Go meet your uncertain death. There you go, you evil, evil creature. Here's that Pennywise pasta. Now, instead of me being scared of him, he should be scared of me because I'm gonna eat him.
That's the scariest but tastiest lasagna we've ever seen. To check out the Pennywise pasta again, head to SeattleRefined.com. The frightening film It doesn't just inspire pasta dishes, it also inspired this creepy cocktail. Seattle's Outlier will soon be serving this drink called Georgie. If you've never seen It before, it's named after the little boy who sees Pennywise holding a red balloon in a storm drain. But this cocktail isn't made out of nightmares. It's made with pineapple rum. Ooh, that sounds good. Seattle Refined is just getting started. It's a scare of a deal. How to get free VIP access to the Georgetown Morgue tonight if you dare. But first,
we've had a couple drive down from Vancouver, BC just to eat. And then they turn around and drove right back to BC.
The new Seattle hotspot that's in a spot you wouldn't expect. But first, we need your help to crown the very best of the season around Western Washington. That's right, we are launching the first ever So Northwest Awards Fall Edition. Beginning next week, we want you to log on and nominate your favorite autumn things to do, see, drink, and eat in our region. Voting starts Monday. All you got to do is log on to seattlerefined.com/awards. And yes, if you participate, you could be eligible for a big grand prize. We'll tell you more about that next week. It's the
Back to the show, I'm Gard Swanson. Even though we are all about refined things on this show, sometimes it's nice to keep things a little weird.
And right now, it doesn't get any more bizarre than an article on seattlerefined.com. We show you some of the weirdest things on Amazon that you didn't know you needed, like an Angry Mama microwave cleaner, high heel stoppers, and showerless shave gel. To check out the weird products, head to our website. Amazon isn't the only Seattle company creating a buzz. Local nail polish and cosmetic giant Butter London opened a flagship store in South Lake Union. Check it out. The nail bar offers manis, petties, and a cocktail bar-inspired space. That's pretty cool. We posted a gallery and information at seattlerefined.com.
There are so many great businesses and restaurants in Seattle. You know, it's kind of hard to keep up with all of them. That's why we want to hear from you about the top spots in town. And recently, a viewer told us about phenomenal food in an unlikely place. So, of course, you know what? We had to go check it out.
People drive by this South Park convenience store every day, not realizing the goodness that's being served up inside. Some call it the best kept secret in Seattle.
Yeah, when you walk in right away, you're maybe not quite sure what to think. But as soon as you bite into the sandwich, you're like, this is where I should be.
Not far from the socks and the toothbrushes, you can find a restaurant called Forale.
The name is representative of our food because we are Asian and Tex-Mex fusion. And so that's kind of how the name came about too.
Young Cho and Jimmy Bowie went from roommates to business owners after sharing a love for Asian and Mexican cuisines.
So one day, hey, let's open up a restaurant in South Park. It's a very interesting location. We are inside of a convenience store that my buddy actually happens to own.
The location hasn't scared people off. In fact, word is spreading about this unique spot.
Our lunchtime rush is super crazy here. We can usually get lines out the door.
Sure, there's definitely a lot more people every time we come than there is the time before.
I mean, when they come in, they're expecting like fried food or like teriyaki. You get that all the time. So when people come in, they see like just different fusions. They just love it. Once they taste the food, their minds are blown.
We've had a couple drive down from Vancouver, BC, just to eat, and then they turn around and drove right back to BC.
Jimmy and Young don't just serve up tasty food, they're also giving back to the South Park community.
We would take 13, 14, 15-year-olds in the neighborhood who don't have much else to do, large families, lower income, and they would come. We would give them food handlers permits, and they would come and work for us. We figure if we can ignite some passion into these kids, then it works out for all of us.
When we saw that not only the food was amazing, but they're really involved in the neighborhood itself, we're like, we'll be there as much as we can.
This place almost sounds too good to be true, so I couldn't wait to try something off their menu.
So, Young, what are you making me?
So, this is the beginning of our signature sandwich, which is the Fuego sandwich. And it is my grandmother's recipe for Korean spicy pork. We use cast iron pans here, so we get that nice color. The sear goes.
You make your grandma proud, right?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I didn't tell them that I was opening up a restaurant when I did so. And my family has always been in the restaurant business, and they were always the ones to urge me, hey, the industry, it's tough work. Go get a regular job, 401k, get Social Security.
They didn't want you to open the restaurant?
They definitely did
Your
not.
family said, no, don't do it.
No. You know, my father was like, hey, I worked hard for you in the restaurant industry, so you wouldn't have to slave in the kitchen like I did.
Right.
But you can't deny passion, and that's kind of where it comes.
It's all about that.
It is.
And it's working out for you.
It's working out for us, yeah. We're going to go ahead and pull out our fresh baked bolillo.
Oh, look at that action.
On the inside, that's our house cilantro aioli. Good, decent amount of meat on there. Oh, this is our house pickled vegetable, and that is just gonna go right up on top of the sandwich there. Top it off with our house aioli. And a little sprinkle of our house chili.
All right.
think?
Oh my God. That's incredible. I gotta take one more bite. Oh man,
Nah?
that's so good.
Not bad? Okay, good.
To learn more about 408, head to our website. Coming up, I get my freak on at the Georgetown Morgue and scare the bejesus out of people. We'll be right back. Looking for some ghoulish Halloween fun? You'll find it at the Georgetown Morgue. And when you head to the Georgetown Morgue tonight or tomorrow, call up your Uber app and request a fright ride from these ghouls. Uber riders who order the fright option to the Georgetown Morgue between 7 and 11 p.m. will be greeted by a haunted driver, and your whole group will receive a free ride and free tickets to the morgue with VIP access. Demand will be high, so be patient if you don't connect with a vehicle right away. We promise the wait will be scary, but worth it.
Welcome back to Refine. You know, the Georgetown Morgue is definitely the mother of all haunted houses, but it's all in good fun, right? I took one look around and asked, how could I get in on the spooky action?
With airbrushes on high, humans morph into monsters. It's all a part of the Georgetown Morgue haunted house, where people go to get freaked out.
It's the thrill factor. We have a lot of fun, you know, people feel that energy when they come through, and I think it's just the excitement from seeing some weird stuff and being able to tell about it later.
Tonight, it was my turn to be transformed.
Swamp zombie.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Okay. You do like a green.
Yeah.
Well, I'm putting an adhesive on the back of a piece we made for you.
It already feels creepy. Zombie skin?
Yeah, it's called zombie skin.
And zombie skin smells weird.
Yeah, it's a latex base, so it's gonna kind of smell like rubber. I'm creating a little cut on your face.
Sometimes we have workers who roam through the haunt and go to any room they want, things like that, or we have lights on certain characters.
Every night during the haunted season, the morgue will make up to 30 monsters that will scare thousands of brave souls. It is a monster effort, but makes the scary experience well worth it.
Just try and relax your face. I'm gonna sink your eyes in. Zombies are messy, they're dead, they don't have morals, they have no fashion sense, so they're just kind of whatever you want to be.
With my makeup nearly finished, I was getting close to taking a bite as a real swamp zombie.
This is our blood that I made here.
You make blood?
Yeah, see?
Oh.
Okay, you can close your mouth now, you're good.
You're good?
You're good, you're good.
You good to go scare some kids?
Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
take a look, you're good.
Oh my God. That's crazy. That is awesome.
Oh, and the side-by-side look didn't lie. I was a creepy swamp zombie, ready to team up with my new monster pals.
1, 2, 3.
Once downstairs, it was go time. The brave ready to be shocked. This year, the morgue will freak out over 30,000 visitors. Nothing like a real haunted house. For more information on the Georgetown Morgue, check out our website. We'll be right back, but first, a refined, shareable moment.
Crazy part is that there's no music outside of this. Like, it's all in your headphones.
They just don't care. It's like singing in a shower. They put the headphones on and just let themselves go.
If you
Welcome back to the show. I'm Guard Swanson. You know, bigger's not always better in Seattle, especially if you want to live within city limits.
That's why many people are turning to tiny living. Check out this condo in Seattle's Highland Park, for example. The 466 square feet holds a tiny bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen. And if you think you could live in this cozy space, it is up for sale. It's listed for almost $200,000.
All right, that's going to do it for today's show. I'm Guard Swanson. Thanks so much for joining us here on Seattle Refined. We'll see you next time.